Okay, hey, train your plants every day. Excuse me. Jordan Scoble coming at you from the STEM lab this morning. Now, with this one, I made some adaptations to my rock-facing rig. Now it's also a compass for center mass and a corner center mass compass. So if you want to do like a quarter circle around the corner of a piece of bluestone or stone or something like that, you could do it. It also will score wood if you wanted to. But along with that, it's also a regular rock-facing jig, and you can use it for a square or just a regular 5-inch tape measure, one way or the other. If you really want to, you can do all that kind of stuff with it. Um, but some adaptations I made to it are these are drill holes. And again, these are just a little bit smaller than these screws, so I could actually use the screw to tap them in there, and that way it's going to keep it from moving around or getting all weird, and it just sets them in there just enough where you can kind of see them. And again, this side's for center mass, so I got to mark it on here with a pen just a minute. I just finished out drilling it and everything. A little place for my nail holder, so this one's actually for the center mass holes. This has to spin around this if you're going to make this a compass, so and that's on both sides of the 0 point. But beyond that, it's just a rock facing rig, so just real quickly let me show you what's going on here. Line this up like on this side. Now for a rock facing rig, I got it set up to 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch, 3/8, a 1/2 inch, and 5/8. If it got to be much bigger than that, I could always just drill another hole for compensation for where I need it to be. Anywhere is really down here on the 8th side, I could travel down an inch. If I needed to make more holes, I could easily do that. Let me say that. But for right now, I got it set up to 1/4 of an inch because I know that's the cut that I'm going to be doing, and you just usually your stone's going to be laying down or something, but here you just lay it tight. You don't need to go back, but right there you get a nice 1/4 of an inch gap. You're just going to have to take my word for it. It's 1/4 of an inch. It's true. It's good. This is going to help me out when I'm doing rock facing later. But just for fun, because I had extra space on here and everything like that. And like I said, I'll probably fill out more of this with 1 inch if you really wanted to do some heavy duty big stuff and stuff like that, but probably not going to come up too awful much in terms of that stuff. Oh, where did it go? I have a screwdriver sitting around here somewheres. Use this, I guess, because I got to back out one of these so I don't make up too many holes, too many lines. Back out this one for right now. Alright, and again, this one is for corner mass, and this side is for center mass. So if I lay out the stone in the center, I would use this side, which is just off of the inch. You know, because this 0 point obviously doesn't fall on 0. Once you get it marked off, you just kind of look where you line that up, you put that over the hole or the point you make with the pencil, and then you stick your nail in there and you go around, and I'll show you that in a second. But with this one, you know, because this is a Mason's game thing, I had to compensate for some mathematics in here. And again, it's not perfect, but it'll compensate just enough. So instead, the 0 point is in the same space, but because this is not truly on that corner, I just backed it down so it's going to be right on the inch. Oh, yeah, right on the inch. So these ones are right on the inch for corner mass, and these ones are just offset to maintain that true off of this 0 point, and that'll help me maintain that true inch that I'm dealing with. So for this, you just pull out your nail, you put that as close to that corner as you can. You just look through your thing and you line that up to the corner. Oops, wrong hole. That's what she said. Oh snap. Anyways, You put that down, and then you just press, because the jig spins around this. You just see, that's the problem. You don't want to get too close to that corner, because it'll slip out. But anyways, once you get that lined out there, you just put your hand right on that screw and you spin it. And if I didn't hit that wall there, it would have made a nice tight circle. Let me see if I'll do it on the other side. Actually, what seems to work better here is you just poke it through, put it on that corner, and slide it down to it, so it's still all on the rig and everything like that. And you just make your circle. The first one slipped off a little bit, but that one there is the circle, the tight circle. This one kind of slipped out a little bit because it come off that corner a little bit. But you know, once you got it there, it's going to make a nice circle. I had that set to 3 inches here. Let me take a peek real quick. Well, yeah, that's pretty close anyways. Probably where I had it pinned down there. So a little bit of practice with it, I think I could figure it out, and or just make up a new rig or something like that that's more exact to what I need to be. And of course, for the other side, I know it looks horrible because I seen that wavy one in there, but again, that was first crack at it here. I just finished it off this morning. But for the center mass one, I'm not gonna say I have it lined out. I generally know if this is 5 inches on this side, if it's all laying there on the rock, and generally in the middle, it's gonna be centered somewhere. So I'm gonna make a circle. So I'm gonna go ahead and unscrew this one. Obviously, I'd have a screwdriver with me, but I'm gonna unscrew this one real quick. Not all the way to take it out, but just enough so it's not laying on the surface anymore on the bottom. And I'll tighten this one back down. There you go. And same deal here, you just put this one on, ba-bang, you put it somewhere generally in the center, and you put your hand on the screw. Could be that side over there. Put your hand on the screw, and you just spin it around. Start back here so I can make a good circle. Just like to press a little bit to make a little bit of indentation, so that way it stays in that spot. But anyways, get that. Now goes back in the jig, so this way you don't lose it and everything like that. But once you got that down, I don't know how you're gonna be able to see it. Makes a nice circle in there. Just measure it out real quick to make sure that we're generally at it should be a 10-inch circle. I like it. That's about perfect, actually. That side's just about dead on. And I'm sure the other side is too, but because I can't get it directly on that corner, I got a busted off corner here. It's not a perfectly cut rock. It's old, it's beat up, it's been around, it's been kicked around a bunch of times, the corner busted off of it. But these are really close, and that's my rock facing jig. Well, my mason's tool, if you will, the rock facing jig. So I thought that was pretty cool. If anybody ever needs one or wants to make one, this is how they do it. This is an old carpenter's square thing or whatever. And but I've seen them made out of stickers. You know, just pieces of stick that you lay between the rock. You just take one of them and you lay them this way, and you lay one over the top, and you can do all the same stuff with it. There's nothing really fancy about this other than the fact that it's a little thicker to hold this nail, and I have a few extra screws in it, and I have them tapped in there really nice. So that's my rock facing rig and rock facing jig. Catch you on the next one.